Britt Baker has been one of AEW's top stars since its early days, particularly during the pandemic era when she cemented her place as a central figure in the promotion. However, fans may have to brace themselves for some difficult news regarding her future in AEW. As of now, there are strong indications that Britt Baker could be on her way out of the company sooner rather than later. In this video, we'll break down the latest developments, including reports of frustration with her current situation and the speculation about what may come next for the star. Britt Baker's journey in AEW has had its fair share of ups and downs, but she has certainly been one of the most notable figures in the company since its inception. From 2019 to 2021, during the early and pandemic years of AEW, Britt Baker was one of the most prominent women's stars, and her rise to the top was a significant part of AEW's early success. However, fans may be starting to question her place in the company as things have started to slow down for her in recent months. Baker hasn't been seen in action on AEW television since November 11, when she faced Penelope Ford in a match on Dynamite. Following that match, Baker had a stare-down with Serena Deeb, which led fans to believe that the two women might be heading into a feud. However, that storyline was quickly dropped, leaving fans wondering what the future holds for Britt Baker. This absence from AEW television comes after a long hiatus for Britt Baker, which was partly due to creative frustrations and partly due to a medical issue. She made her return in June during the Forbidden Door pay-per-view event, where she started a promising feud with Mercedes Moné over the TBS Championship. While the feud seemed to have potential, it became another stop-start situation, with momentum stalling after the big match in London. Despite the efforts to build her up, things have not progressed in a way that would make Britt Baker feel secure in her position in AEW. A significant development has surfaced regarding Britt Baker's status in AEW, as a major report from Wade Keller of PW Torch has drawn attention to growing frustrations within the company. This report highlights that it isn't just a matter of personal dissatisfaction with her position, but that there are layers of frustration involving both AEW management and other talent. It appears that Britt Baker may be in the same boat as several other AEW stars such as Miro, Rey Fenix, and Ricky Starks, who are reportedly being underutilized by the promotion. Keller's report suggests that Britt Baker may be nearing the end of her time in AEW, and there are rumors of potential WWE interest. Other stars who are reportedly in the same situation, like Rey Fenix, Ricky Starks, and Miro, have all expressed potential interest in WWE, and it's been speculated that these talents may eventually make the move to WWE once their contracts expire. Malachi Black has also been linked to WWE, making it clear that AEW could be losing multiple talents who feel their future may be brighter in WWE. According to Keller, one of the key reasons behind Britt Baker's dissatisfaction is the frustration she feels with AEW's treatment of her. This frustration is not just about her storyline or match opportunities but also about the overall atmosphere in the company. Keller reports that Britt Baker is not well liked within the AEW women's locker room, with several talents expressing that she is difficult to deal with. This has been a point of contention within the company, as it's reported that Baker's attitude and her fierce territorial nature regarding her role have created a negative environment for some of her peers. This information echoes past reports of locker room tension involving Britt Baker. For example, last year, she was involved in a heated incident with MJF after allegedly talking negatively about him behind his back. The situation escalated when Alicia, MJF's girlfriend, found out about the comments and relayed them to MJF, leading to a confrontation between him and Britt Baker. As a result of the altercation, Britt Baker was suspended for a short period, which further fueled the notion that there are ongoing issues with her behavior and relationships within AEW. Despite all the behind-the-scenes drama, it's important to note that there is no truth to the rumors suggesting that Britt Baker's lack of usage in AEW is related to a breakup with Adam Cole. That rumor has been debunked, with sources confirming that there is no heat between the two for personal reasons. Instead, the issue seems to stem from a broader frustration within the company and a sense that AEW management, including Tony Khan, may simply be fed up with Britt Baker's overall presence and her role in the company. At present, Britt Baker's future in AEW seems uncertain. While there has been no official statement about her departure or any definitive move to WWE, the speculation continues to grow. It's been noted that if AEW's women's division faces a crisis such as multiple injuries, Tony Khan could call upon Britt Baker to step in and fill a void. In such a scenario, she could be used as a break glass in case of emergency option, temporarily filling in for other wrestlers to maintain the division structure. However, this doesn't seem to be part of a long-term plan for her, and it raises questions about whether AEW truly values Britt Baker as a key player in its future. From a business standpoint, it's also worth considering whether AEW still sees Britt Baker as a valuable asset in the long term. While she played a pivotal role in AEW's early success and helped raise the profile of the women's division, her position in the company has diminished. AEW has primarily focused on younger talent, such as Jade Cargill, Toni Storm, and others, and that shift has left Britt Baker in a precarious spot. The company is more focused on building its roster around younger, up-and-coming stars, leaving older talents like Britt Baker in limbo. In contrast, the WWE model may be a better fit for someone like Britt Baker. WWE is more driven by character work, storylines, and promos, which align more with Britt Baker's strengths. While AEW has largely relied on in-ring ability and storytelling through matches, WWE places a greater emphasis on persona, charisma, and larger-than-life characters, which could be an environment where Britt Baker excels. If WWE were to offer her a contract, it could be a more fitting platform for her talents, allowing her to shine as a prominent character in a way that AEW's more match-focused booking has not. Britt Baker's departure from AEW would mark the end of an era for the company. She was one of the early figures who helped shape AEW's women's division and was instrumental in establishing the promotion as a competitor to WWE. However, if the reports are true, it seems that her time in AEW may be drawing to a close. Whether she moves to WWE or simply leaves the wrestling business entirely, it's clear that Britt Baker's future in AEW is uncertain, and fans may soon have to come to terms with the idea of her departure. For Britt Baker, the next few months will be crucial in determining her future in the wrestling world. She could continue to be a part-time player in AEW, stepping in when needed, or she could pursue opportunities elsewhere, including potentially signing with WWE. Regardless of where she ends up, one thing is certain: Britt Baker's legacy in AEW will always be remembered, but her next steps will determine how she is remembered in the larger wrestling landscape. Ultimately, the situation surrounding Britt Baker's status in AEW highlights the challenges that come with being a top talent in a promotion that is constantly evolving. While she may have had her time in the spotlight, the shifting priorities of AEW and the growing frustrations within the company suggest that her days as a central figure may be numbered. The wrestling world is always changing, and for Britt Baker, it's now a matter of determining where she fits into that future. Will she stick with AEW and work through the tension, or will she make the jump to WWE and embrace the larger spotlight? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear: her future in AEW is anything but certain.